Welcome, families, faculty, and everyone who has had influence and patience for the graduates sitting here today. Class of 2022, I stand here before you, looking back on the legacy we've all made together. We have walked the same halls for 4 years. We've experienced in chemistry class, dreaded calculus, and learned that a simple Google search didn't count as research. We grieved together when we lost our family, Gavin Kidd, Nick Pruitt, and Logan Smith. While many took traditional classes, there were many opportunities some took advantage of, including dual enrollment, accelerated college education, and others attended Piedmont Governor School. Some of us were well-conditioned and ready to cross the finish line, but everyone at graduation made it, whether they set a record finishing time or crossed the finish line huffing and puffing. We are all here as the class of 2022. No matter which path we chose, they all led us here today, wearing matching robes, about to receive a paper that symbolizes the end of this journey. We are the class of 2022. We are warriors, and warriors are fearless. While the dictionary defines fearless as without fear, it is more aware of greater intentions. I think of it as fearless. Our freshman year was uncertain. Were we all starting something new? Would our peers like us? Were our classes going to be hard? Hurricane Michael and then Hurricane Florence swept in and closed school for a few days. We were warriors. We learned to fear less. We started sophomore year with MRSA and ended it with a global pandemic. We adapted to virtual learning and enjoyed a very extended spring break. The world was conquered by fear, and yet we learned to fear less. We'd realized that the world was not going back to normal magically by our junior year, that this time at home, creating TikToks in our living room, was not temporary. We watched our country begin to unfold in social unrest. We were challenged like never before with hybrid learning and rebuilding our social circles. We were warriors. We learned to fear less. In our senior year, we had learning options and the return of traditional classrooms. We were able to attend sports games, musicals, and compete individually and on teams. Some of us became district, region, super region, and state champions in activities that we became passionate about. In the end, we learned that we knew very little, a realization that came around the time that we bought our cap and gown. But we are warriors. We are fearless. These 4 years of challenge and triumph have taught us that fear is normal, and to be fearless, we would have to conquer our fears head on. Fearing less makes the class of 2022 courageous, adaptive, and strong. Whether we step off this stage ready to get our first job, married, attend community college, or leave home for the first time and attend a 4-year university, keep the words of the one and only Taylor Swift with you. Fearless is not the absence of fear. It is not being completely unafraid. Fearless is having fears. Fearless is having doubts, lots of them. Fearless is living in spite of those things that scare you to death. These 4 years have taught me gratitude for being fearless. They have taught me to embrace the struggle. I have no regrets. Individually and collectively, they will be the best memories I have because I know we are warriors and we are fearless. Thank you.